Good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, welcome all. Let us get started on this day. As like yesterday, I am a little behind in the sense that I still have not got to the ledger, so that will be updated in, I don't know, in the next hour. And I have not gotten my emails, but this should be a little bit short, right? Saturday and Sunday emails are much more than, say, Monday evening emails. So I will check those out in a little bit. Good morning, Brian. So if anyone emailed me, I will be getting back to it. Also, the internet connection, when you've heard this before, is a bit unstable. So it might bleep in and out. So I'll actually try to be fairly quick today. Right. So although I did not get to the ledger, I did see that we had some new additions. I would say hey Robert, good morning. I would probably say we're probably +6 today. So we're getting close to 480. That would be my best estimation. Might be better, might not be. I got to take a look. But I did see additions, so that's a good thing. Yesterday's email was kind of our first attempt at what's the word I'm looking for? At adjusting or evolving to the new email we'd like to do. I very much would like to have a coherent message that is that's embedded in the name of each email. In which case, we're not speaking of product, we're not speaking of bells and whistles, we're speaking more of values. And I think when you speak in values, if the person agrees with your values, then they're more likely to find your values in what you're speaking of. And it's called confirmation bias, right? So if you went to Mother and she recommended that you buy Bitcoin, you probably would, even though you might think to yourself you would have never bought Bitcoin before. But it's Mother Teresa. Like, her values are extraordinary. If Mother Teresa said to buy Bitcoin, you would probably not even think about it. Like, oh, that's kind of weird, but yeah, of course I would. It's Mother Teresa. I believe Mother Teresa. And I think that's far more important than actually the person deciding whether Bitcoin is good or not for them. Because one of those equations is very simple. I believe in their values, hence I will participate in something that they're recommending. The other equation is I don't really know who they are. They seem to be recommending something revolutionary. Let me go take a look for myself and see what I think about it. Because, so obviously the first example makes much more sense, right? Like, duh. But the second example, there's so many variables that play in it. First, you have to catch your attention. Second of all, they have to understand why it's revolutionary. And the definition of revolutionary is you're the first one to ever do it. So the odds to understand it isn't even that good to begin with. Third, you have to compete with everyone else's bells and whistles. And fourthly, the individual will take a look back and say, the last time I felt something was this good, it didn't work out. I'm going to, that'll amuse me. I love you, Renee. Hey, Frida. That'll make me think twice about this, right? So I do think the leading with values is far more important, and I'd like to do that. Also, it ties back to Twitter, right? So Twitter is a concerted effort that we're going to build a presence on. And as of now, I believe we have close to 6,100 followers, which is good. I believe we probably added 100 in the last 2 days, which is good. In fact, anyone here, let me do this real quick because it is that important. Stay with me. I know you can see me. I can't see you because I have one screen, which is maybe one day I will go back to my office. For those that have been around long enough, no, I have a really great office with like 1,000 computers. Okay, for those that have not followed our Twitter yet, there it is. Please do so. If you don't have a Twitter, get one and just follow us, right? Why not? Speaking of that, saw a notification yesterday on Twitter that we're invited to apply for their subscription service. And not a subscription service where we're subscribing to them, but we're going to be allowed to let people subscribe to us. The cool part about that is everyone in the biz per se knows that Twitter is going to be moving to, hey, yes, good job, Renee. Twitter will be moving to kind of like the hub of cryptocurrency because people believe, here we go again, they like Elon, they believe in Elon, they understand, appreciate his values. So if he brings onto the platform a place where people can trust crypto being traded, then naturally they're going to feel safe there. So there's already a lot of that going on. I think there's only going to be more of that. I had myself too. Oh, cool. Thanks, Frida. So the point is we really, really like Twitter, but to be able to, and we applied for it, right? But we were invited to apply. And if approved, which I don't see why we would be, we'll be able to offer people a subscription service to our Twitter. Now, of course, Twitter's free, right? But the subscription service will be for like the super duper duper, right? Oh, if you want our tweets first, here it is. Or if you want this, here it is. Or if you want this, here it is. In which case, it goes back to, do people trust, right? So like there is a challenge with RHINO Bucks, in the sense that people might love the idea, but they go, well, I don't know how this works. Like, I'm paying who? Where's the money going? How do I know this? But if you're paying Twitter, well, if anything goes wrong, you could talk to customer service. There is a recourse for your options. It's like buying something on Amazon. The reason why you buy it on Amazon and not Craigslist is, on Craigslist, go ahead and tell the person you don't like the product, right? On Amazon, you tell Amazon and they refund you because they're that big. So a lot of good things with Twitter, and we are going to grow that. So it's a matter of what's the value proposition we bring to it. And when asked, I said that we have RHINO Street. It's the world's local search engine. It's not populated yet, but when it is populated, it's going to behoove someone to say, well, people could only search within 20 miles. Man, if I could be searched within 40 miles, I would certainly pay $5 a month for that. If I could be searched within 100 miles, I would certainly pay $500 a month for that. And before anyone jumps in and says, well, Ant, that's kind of a doing, it's not, because the money that they'd be paying would be going directly to RHINO Bucks. And because everyone owned RHINO Bucks, the ability, or it would be directly proportionate to everyone's self-interest. So, oh man, that person is earning sales outside of the 20 miles. That's not good. But that person's paying $500 a month, which is increasing my net worth. Therefore, everyone's net worth is increasing in proportion to maybe the one or two sales some locality is losing because he did that, right? So there is a balancing act. And at this point, you know my values, right? Those that are here in RHINO know my values, and will nail the balance, or at least of our ability. So there is a path forward for that to become a real good revenue source. And again, the idea is always that when we get there, everything's going to be done together. So we're totally working on that. The bot, I will be having my meeting with our team member today. I'm going to look to have it at 8 o'clock just to give him the whole day as well. I believe we're very, very close to that. In fact, it's now Tuesday, so I'm willing to start pushing it over the finish line. I always allow my team as much time as they need, but I want it done by Friday. I want it done by Friday. So it's Tuesday, and I could certainly and make sure that happens. Whisper is good on mobile now. If you have Chrome or a browser other than Safari, you can pick up your phone, speak into it, voice to text, search, text to voice, repeat, right? So that's pretty cool. We're going to do another article. So the link that we sent to yesterday in the email brought to an article we wrote April 1st on societal decay. We're going to do another one. I think this one is going to be more commensurate with our theme for the emails going forward, to the point that I kind of want to shake people and say, hey guys, this is in your ability. Let me walk you through how, if you do this, you could guarantee yourself your future. And I want to make that article. And in making that article, I'll then be able to take that article, use it as a prompt, and then say, ChatGPT, write me an email tonight focusing on this, but only using the content of this article, which means every email thereafter will be directly congruent with that article, right? I know that stinks because I have AirPods in, which meant you probably heard that really loud, and I'm sorry. There's a few things in life that I are like my small indulgences, and sneezing is one of them. There's nothing I like less than having to hold those things. And I have 2 kids, so I do. But I feel that we have a bond enough that you will allow me that, Christy, so thank you. So we're going to do the article. What else do I have today? We're going to be working with the prompt a little more. I worked with it like for 4 hours yesterday. I wanted to make it more as I described to you. Oh, thank you, Renee. Um, and I think we're doing it right. So we're making a bit of a presence, and those that follow us on Twitter, you'll see all the replies and tweets that we're doing. We do have a rhyme and reason to it. Um, and then lastly, it's just silly, but I think we might do it. I don't know. There is a portion, and it's not done yet, right? So there's half of me that says, "Ant, you're just, you're going outside your element, right?" But then there's the other half of me that says, "Hey, because this is something I've been doing my whole life, right? So I'm not." And what it is so before summertime every year, I always do some super crazy diet where I get in shape for summer because I'm fairly I procrastinate a lot when I'm younger, and now I don't have the time to do some crazy diet or some natural diet per se, where it's where my schedule allows me to say, okay, I better go to the gym at this time. But if I wanted to kind of crash for a week, could I? I think I could. And now with the ability of ChatGPT and R4.0, we can go ahead and build it in such a way that we can we can take your age, your this, your that, and take like a form of things you would need to answer, and then put it into the prompt, and then distribute to you the best, most ideal for your body ever, as if we had a nutritionist that graduated Harvard and I don't know, a personal trainer that graduated Harvard, if Harvard even has those things. And I think a lot of people, especially this time of year, are receptive to that. I don't know. So if I have time, I was thinking about kind of just doing a Rhino Health and making an offer of it. And again, it'd probably be like $1 a week type of thing, but it would allow the individual to fill out the form, submit it. We would then take it, put it in our prompt, spit out the reply, email it back. It would be really easy. Like it would take some of my time, but the majority of time would be in creating it, not facilitating it. If that makes sense. And it's just another one of those things. Maybe there's someone in our email that would be receptive to that, but it's not. We just always want to build. And I remember when I was working with Rick, it was always health, wealth, and dating. Those were the three things you wanted. And I think we do really good with wealth. I think we do really good with values, although it's not on that list. I don't think we have anything for health, and I kind of want something for health, and I do want something for dating. I said that years ago, but it's coming. Rhino dating is an idea. It's not actual, but if you own a search engine that is based on 20-mile radius and every locality is on it, well, you could probably see there's not a far step to dating. So there's ideas coming, but there is a small chance I do that Rhino Health today. I think it would probably take me 2 hours to do. So I got to see what my schedule looks like, but it's on my mind. So anyway, let me go. Let me get to the ledger now. Let me get to the emails. Let me get back to Twitter. Plenty of rhinos. I just want little rhinos everywhere. And by the way, do you know a group of rhinos is called a crash? And I always wanted to be like, oh, look at those crash of rhinos, but nobody understands that. Even I, hey, yeah, a crash of rhinos. It doesn't make sense to me. So I wish it was kind of like a flock of rhinos. So if someone could kind of come up with something for that, that'd be super cool. Also, we still have our rhino store we haven't done anything with. There's some products I need to, um, because what I didn't know was, so for instance, the leggings, right? They didn't have black leggings, they had white leggings, but then they had an option what the background color was, so I made it black. So I was thinking, black background color, black leggings. No, it's white leggings with like black paint on it, which means if anyone has ever worn leggings before, they are meant to stretch. And if you have a background color on a white surface and you stretch them, not good. So there's some products we need to take out, but I would like to get the store some type of attention. So I do open it up. If somebody out there has an idea for the store, or has something like to put on the store, or anything of the sort, and it comes with a little bit of effort and a little bit of labor on your part, I would happily do it, right? Unfortunately, I am only one person, and that's not meant to be derogatory. But I was talking to one of our big investors, one of our first, and he's like, "Do you have a team?" Because again, they're in it since day one, so they don't follow the day to day of it. Just believe it's going to get where it gets. And they go, "Yeah, of course. We have this, we have this, we have this." He goes, "What's the payroll?" I shared it, and they go, "Well, what do you get paid?" I go, "I'm free." He started laughing. He goes, "Oh, really? What do you get paid?" I go, "No, really. I'm free. Like I don't. I'm just here because I own Rhino Coin, right? So I'm here with everyone else. Is the store still charity? No. Um, and I mean, we love charity, right? Like we'll donate it to it, but everything goes through bucks. And it's my belief that with bucks going from here to here, we'll be able to do much more charity in the future. So it's so I guess the answer is yes, but I want to be dishonest. Rhino, the store being charitable doesn't mean we're going to give charity 15% of sales today. It does mean when we hit our goal with Rhino Bucks, we have no problem taking 1 million Rhino Bucks and having fun just donating it across the board. And if $1 million is worth 1,000 piece, that's a much bigger charitable thing. Oh yeah, no, Ant, you write articles about us. When that was not me correcting you, that was me sharing with everyone, and I love it. Oh, by the way, Ant, that article you wrote for us, the link got broke like 2 days later, so I had to take it down a couple of places. But if you want to check that out and let me know, I'll put that article back up places. Or if you have another article, but that link didn't work. It said website under construction. All right, I'm gonna go. Jeez. All right. Bye. 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 Like like instinct. Bye. 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 I'll see everyone tomorrow. Love you. Bye.